Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, great. Share this in the group real quick while it's connecting to YouTube. So how was your orientation, Angela?
Long, and then because they did it online,
Uh-huh.
it's a bunch of videos. They
Right.
kind of recorded people doing the live videos. But it was long, but I can't complain because I got to do it from home instead of going in. So
Right. I'm trying to adjust the light in here because I got. I usually would do this in my room, but Anaya is in there knocked out. So,
you don't want to wake her up yet.
Girl, since she was up late, I'm like, girl, I need you to go to sleep. Like, what is going on? So let me see. Let me share this real quick in the group, and then we are gonna get started. Okay, we're here. Admit. Okay. What's up? What's up, Jazzy Jules?
Hi, LaShonda. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning.
What's up, Jazzy? What's up, Jazzy? Jazzy G. How that grandbaby of yours is getting so big? Okay. I can't hear you. Laura, is your volume up? Okay. Okay, let me just share right now while I'm thinking about it. Okay, where am I at? Facebook.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That grandbaby is getting, I think all our grandbabies are getting big, but I just look at him all that hair. I just be like, oh, Aiden.
I know his personality.
Listen, she's a mess, okay? She is a mess talking about, she decides she want to have ideas and thoughts. Like, excuse me? Like, what you doing? Like, no. Andrew, did you see Rosa signed up a new person yesterday?
Who?
Rosa. Angela don't know she on mute. Angela, you on mute, child.
I might as well just not mute myself. I'm just talking. Okay, I said, yes, I did.
And I missed it.
I said, she signed up like that's her third person in like 6 days, I think.
Yes.
Awesome.
All of y'all are killing it. Okay. I think it's like inside track. Wait, I'm trying to find the post that I did yesterday so I can just copy it because I'm really not trying to write a new post. Blah, 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 blah. I know I'll put it in here. I know I posted about it. Where is it at? Child, where am I? Okay, I'm looking for Zoom. Nope. Okay, well, I'll just have to post about it. Okay. Okay. There we go. Edit. Okay, let's do edit this. Edit it. Edit. There we go. Copy. We are meeting. Jump on, and join this. Join this. And paste. Okay, there we go. So then I could go like this. There. Child, my Wi-Fi was acting up yesterday. And I was like, I said, Jesus needs to be a fence and a Wi-Fi connection. Because it was like, and it happened right after I worked out too. I was like, no, because I was supposed to go live last night. I was like, this ain't working. I said, okay, well, I guess we going live Saturday then. So what it is, I said, I ain't even stressing about it. I said, today was not the day and tomorrow ain't the day either. So it is what it is. Is AJ asleep? Renee?
I don't know. I just texted her.
She be cracking me up.
She said she'll be on in a few. She's getting dressed.
And poor Kim, I keep on forgetting Kim is an hour behind us. I'm trying to get some better lighting in here, but if I open these up, you're not gonna be able to see. I don't know. Well, y'all can hear me. Oh wait, here's somebody. Tanya, here she comes. Okay, I have to keep on looking at my little. I guess if we have a waiting room down there, so everybody's in the waiting room. I don't know how I did things.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
That's because it did that to me. It said, I saw my face and then all of a sudden I went into a waiting room.
Hi, boss
guess
lady
that-
Angela.
Morning, Tanya.
I think that's
How
so
are
people
you?
can pop on in case I'm late, so it doesn't kick them out. So then when I pop on, I just pull everybody in. So something like that, I guess. We just want to say yes.
Okay.
Okay, we are going to get started. I posted in the group, and then I'm gonna send a couple texts out.
I texted a few people, so
All right,
let's see if they're asleep or if they join.
Listen, trust me, I had to set my alarm today because usually I'm up without fail by 7 o'clock. I said, Naya act like she didn't want to go to sleep last night. I said, let me set this alarm because it's gonna be one of those mornings I already knew. So let me go ahead and get it set. Let's do this, Carla. Okay.
Oh, Cheryl's not going to be able to. Something else. I don't know who Peter is, but she's with Peter. Another obligation.
Okay.
Whoever Peter is, that's who and her husband.
You
He and Nate are with.
He said whoever Peter is. That is hilarious. Okay. All right, we're gonna get started. People will pop on. If I see them, I'll pull them in. So first of all, good morning, everybody. I wish my life was better, but it's not. I might have to pull I have my spotlight. I wonder if this light will help. Let's see. We're gonna figure something out here. Look, I'm gonna figure this is bothering me. Something awful. Let's see. This light here. Let's see. Let's see. Pull this light. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I get some kind of light. Oh, that's better. Spotlight. One of my live spotlights. Why not? Yes. Better. Yeah.
There we can see your face.
I know, because I'm like one of the people like I feel like you know how you have those police shows and people are talking and they're in the dark so you can't hear to see their face. Yes, I saw them cross the street about midnight. That's what I feel like, So, okay, we got somebody else coming in. Okay, so good morning, guys.
Good morning.
First of all, thank you guys for committing to pop on at least once a month. We do this every other week because first of all, we're in a pandemic. So, life is a little different out here, out in these streets. We ain't supposed to be out in these streets. So, it's a little different. So, I do this as an opportunity, to connect with you guys. Because with me, anybody who knows me, I'll jump on a plane in a minute. Come somewhere and do a training. Like that ain't nothing for me. Like, what? I'm coming. Because I had even before all of this happened, I had just reached out to Angela because I was like, well, shoot, I do a Columbus training. I said, I'm gonna start doing an East Coast training. So I was trying to figure out for her and her team, what is the midpoint between like her and like Maryland, New Jersey, so that we could start having an East Coast training, you know, so it wouldn't be too far for any of them to come to. Because like my Columbus crew, most of them are in Columbus. Like for them, they're either Columbus or Cincinnati. They are right there, so nobody's more than 2 hours. But with my East Coast team, it's more of a stretch as far as how far they are from each other. So we had, hey, good morning. Good morning, Venice. Venice is saying hi to me. Good morning, girl. So I was trying, I had started planning that in my head, and then bam, no more than like 3-4 weeks after we started talking about that, we get, oh, I ain't doing nothing. Like, okay. So, but again, that's still gonna be on my radar for when this all does kind of die down and, you know, we kind of get back to our new normal, because my goal is always to do like a training in Columbus and a training and start doing a training for my East Coast team. So my thing is wherever I go to empower me, that's where I want to start doing a training as well. So that's going to be on my agenda coming the next paparazzi year. Because I think it's really good for us to see each other and to do that. Okay, is that Miss Tamika?
Yes, it is.
Okay, did you just sign up somebody yesterday?
You sure did.
Okay, I was just saying, I was just trying to figure out if that was you, okay? Congratulations. So,
I don't know if she hear you.
oh, is she on mute, girl? Let me see. Tamika, you on mute. Let me see. Can we hear? Let me see. Tamika, we can't hear you. We can't. Are you on mute? Okay, she gonna work it out. I think you are on mute. I think. Okay, she's connected now. Okay. I love Tanya. Tanya uses me. Tanya's like, I'm gonna get my jewelry together while we meeting. Tanya has been consistent. I love it. Don't even listen.
Wait, I'm putting it away from last night from my midnight madness.
Listen,
it was awesome.
You've been working it, okay? So don't apologize. Okay.
I'm putting it away. It was a long night.
So congratulations, Tamika, on your new team member.
Yay! Congratulations.
Yeah. Listen, all I want to tell y'all is that we, as a team, as a whole, last month, pandemic who? Okay, that's all I have to say. Because as a team, we probably had the highest volume in the last 5 months, period.
Wow.
We surpassed 15,000 last month. I was looking, and to me, I swear, I think in one day, and I don't even know how this happened, because I know I looked at our number one day, and it was hovering around like 11. I'm like, okay. I'm like, we may hit producer. And see, the thing about me, one thing you know about me, for me, it's never a, like, y'all have seen me. I've never texted you guys or gone live and like, okay, we need to buy this so we can hit this. Y'all know that ain't me. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Okay, so that's me. So I had looked at the number. It had to be like 2 days before the end of the month. And we were hovering around like 11,000. And I'm like, you know, hey, we may make it, we may not, no biggie. It's what it is. You know, as long as people are making money, that's all that matters, okay? I came back like 2 days later and I'm like, 14,000? I'm like, bro, what the heck were they doing when I was asleep? Like literally that, it was crazy. And I'm like, this number ain't right. So I was going back. I'm like, well, it is. Okay. So crazy. My leaders. So leaders are anybody who has a team. But anytime we get on this, I want to try to start introducing the people who are on my my personal team, because you guys as a whole are on Legendary Champz. I work like y'all do. I recruit people like y'all do, okay? So I would want to use this opportunity every time to try to introduce them, the ones who are able to pop on. So we have Ms. Jazzy G Gloria. She is my longest personal sponsor that's still on my team. So basically, she's been with me the longest.
Awesome.
Okay. And then we got Miss Angela Crawley. Okay. So anybody who don't know Angela and I started, me and Angela ain't know each other before paparazzi. Okay. It was one great December 15th, 2017.
Yes.
When my auntie shared my live, and Miss Angela came on there and she was like, diva. Then messaged me, was like, okay, so I need to know, am I gonna get my stuff before Christmas? I'm like, yes, ma'am. She was like, okay, listen.
You know how analytical I am.
Listen, she did that, and then she paid, and then she messaged me, did you get my payment? I'm just making sure you got my payment. I'm like, okay. And so then it was a thing where she came back and was like, wait a minute, you taking too much of my money. Like, we need to talk about this. And from that point, it's been crazy. Both of these ladies lead two of the largest legs in our organization. So the ones who are on Angela's team, I fully expect you guys to hit executive director before the end of this paparazzi year. Like, when I tell you, you guys were like, your volume last month, you guys as a whole, they burned April to the ground. It was crazy. It was crazy. So burned April all the way down to the ground. So now it's time for us to create. And then Gloria, you know, we pushing for premier director for that team. We gonna get there. But again, one thing I love about us is our team as a whole, we just grow organically. There's no, like, when we grow, it's because we're selling, we're making money, we're recruiting. It's not because somebody's stockpiling $5,000 worth of jewelry in the house. Ain't nobody got time for that, okay? So it's really about growing, because when you make money, you know, and if you really use the principles, you get your starter kit, you sell your starter kit, you invest, and you just put that on repeat. You know, you reinvest, and that's the key to a lot of the success is you're using the basic fundamentals. You buy your stuff, you sell your stuff, you invest. You sell, you invest. You sell, you see how now that buyer stuff is kind of out of the mix because you done bought it once. You sell it, you invest. You sell it, you invest. You sell it, you invest. And that's just, it just goes around and around and around. Okay, so I'm gonna stop talking now because I really like to start each meeting. I was just excited because two of my people are like, okay, y'all, okay. So what I want to start, I try to do every week because, or every time we meet, because I think it's very beneficial to everybody. This is probably the first time we've met at like basically the beginning of a month. So you've had all of April. So really what I want to hear from you is your wins for April. Okay, what are your wins from April? And what do you want to accomplish in May? So I'll start. My win from April was that I went live, I sold stuff, I tried to get a little more organized and reach out to our team as a whole, and doing this, like this for me, y'all don't understand, like doing this every 2 weeks, 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, shoot, win. All I did, I mean, because like for me, I was like, girl, 8 o'clock. I said, no, you're going to do it, because another thing is I want this to be sustainable. So for those of you who have meetings, like when we get back to doing events, I want this to be early enough that if you can catch at least one a month, and that's why I do it twice a month, for you to at least catch one of them. I mean, it would be great for you to catch both of them, but if you can at least catch one of them a month, it just kind of keeps us in a loop. And and for me personally, I'm gonna just tell you, I see the increase from when we first started doing this to now, because when we first started doing this, like we were right at the producer level, but I don't think we hit producer last month. No biggie. But then a month of doing this, we're there, you know. So I think you guys sharing your ideas with each other. So my goal for this month, for me personally, I want to recruit 3 new team members for myself. Okay, that's my goal. And I think it can happen if I'm just gonna find somebody, because, and don't let people make you believe that people ain't investing in businesses and people ain't doing stuff, because they are. Do not try to identify and try to make decisions on other people's bank accounts. Okay, let them make that decision, because people, listen, this team as a whole is a testament that people are still invested in businesses. You guys have been signing people, adding people. So that's a testament to this pandemic doesn't stop people from doing what they want to do as far as financially. So don't make that decision for them. So my goal is for me to sign 3 new people for myself. So we're gonna start, I'm gonna start with Renee. So I'm gonna do Renee first. I'll put everybody else on mute so that we can hear her. And then I'll unmute you as it becomes your turn. So what is your win for last month, Renee? And then what do you want to accomplish in May?
Good morning, everybody. My win for April was after the last meeting. My goal was to do my pieces of the day in my Facebook stories. And I've been doing that, and they've been flying. Like every time I put a piece up, the ladies that have been seeing them have been just snatching those pieces, and jewelry has been going out the door. So I'm happy for that. My goal for May, of course, is to double what I've sold for April. So it's just to double my sales. So that's my win and my goal.
Love it. Because, and I love that, because remember when I said that this here, what we're doing is for everybody to get ideas from other people. So this, and for me, you know, I know a lot of times leaders will come and they'll just talk the whole time. And trust me, I can talk. I am a corporate trainer, honey. I can talk. Okay. But this is not for me to talk so much. I'm going to share, but I love the collaboration that is able to be had, because you guys have some ideas that you do that I might not necessarily do. And I'm like, okay, that's a good idea. And what Renee just said is a testament to how these are working, because somebody was talking about a piece of the day and using stories. She's like, okay, let me try it. She tried it and she's like, well, that works. So to see that, this is why these are so important, because we're going to get ideas from other people about what they're doing and what was successful, and give us an opportunity to try. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, okay, we tried, it didn't work, let's go on to something else. But at least getting more ideas than what we can come up with ourselves. So awesome, Renee. Gloria, you're next.
So, hello, everybody. I really just started getting back in the swing of, I've been selling just a little bit, but starting to really focus on parts of the business and what I need to do. My wins for last month was I actually started talking about my website and the business on my live, okay? I gained 2 new customers who actually ordered online. Actually, 3 customers ordered online. Kept asking in my live video, like, what's the website again? What's the website again? And I gained 2 VIP people. So that was a win for me. I also started a 30-day boot camp, because for me, at this point, I'm kind of moving slow and steady, so that I don't, because I can be all over the place, all the time, as you know. So I started a 30-day boot camp. in Andrea's that 30-day boot camp that she has. It's very task driven, and so it's you do these tasks every day for 30 days. And so for me right now is the structure of it. So I started that yesterday, and just want to stay consistent, try to stay consistent. So that's the wins for me. As far as May, I usually do a couple of lives a month, which is working for me. I'm thinking about maybe adding another one in for the month. And I'm going to try to prepare my people to move to my business page June 1st. I'm not going to do it this month, but try to navigate the people to like an open house and move people to my business page. So I want to get 2 new members this month, but again, it's how it flows. I really need to stay consistent, and I think the 30-day boot camp is going to keep me on task. So
awesome. So yeah, so again, Andrea Hutchinson's page, and I think I have that linked in our group, but if anybody can't find it, let me know. I am somebody who does not believe in recreating the wheel. And of course, little mama, I am not recreating the wheel. Come here, Anaya. So you're gonna see this child with all her glory right now. Come here, baby.
Oh,
Say hi.
hey,
Say hi. You're not gonna say hi?
Anaya.
She's like, no, she's probably tired. Put your head down. Okay. So I don't recreate the wheel. I'm not going to do it because it's too much energy. And especially when you have somebody who is as high up as she is, she has tried stuff. She knows what works, knows what doesn't work. So basically it's about plugging you guys into systems, because I'm a project manager, honey. I believe in systems. Okay, let me get a system. I'm gonna plug you into a system, okay? And that system really does work. So if you, and even if you ever wanna just jumpstart your business or you're doing well, I'm like, hey, let me see how this works. That definitely, give a thumbs up to everybody. Oh, such a good girl. Oh, look, they gave you a thumbs up back. So that is definitely a way for you to jumpstart your business, because it's very intentional. It's not just throwing stuff to the wall and see what sticks. It's very intentional and strategic, and putting you through certain things and certain paths that you do. So I'm glad to hear that, Gloria. And yeah, definitely listen. People be sleeping on our website. Like I be forgetting, like, wait a minute, hold on. Nah, you can shop 24/7 right here, because you want people to go to your website, because you will never have everything that's on your website in your personal store at your, in your inventory. Why not have them go out there? And trust me, when they go to your website, they're gonna spend a lot more money, because they're like, oh, I saw this. I have a customer, like I said, I have this one customer who will shop my lives and then go to my website to see what I didn't have on my live and buy it off my website. She is finally getting to the point where she'll be like, okay, so I'm gonna send you this picture to see if you have it first, because I know sometimes you don't show your stuff right away, because I don't. Like some y'all will get y'all new releases and it will be in your next show. My new releases may be in a show 2 or 3 weeks later. Okay, that's just how I roll. And people like, I thought that was it was sitting in my box that I didn't undo yet. So yeah. So definitely I'm glad to hear about the website, because that is, all you had to do is mention it, just say it. So that's no, and when they go to your website, just think about it. Paparazzi does all the work and they send you the money. Yes, please, so definitely doing that is wonderful. You want to get down? Okay, get down. No, you don't want to get down? Okay, well, Yaya's in the meeting, so you're going to have to sit here and pay attention. So I'm glad to hear that for you. And yes, you're like me. I'm new team members, but if you keep on being consistent and doing what you're doing, they'll come, because they watch you and what you're doing. And then what happens, they want to come, and because they see you being consistent. So that's awesome. Okay, LaShonda, you are next, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So my win for April is that I did my first messenger party, which was on last Wednesday. So that was good how that worked out. I also started, when I go live on my personal page, I now go live after that on my business page and just show my top 3 items because I want to keep the traffic flowing on my business page. And also in May, I want to recruit 2 more people to hit director.
Okay. Yes, that's an A. Thank you. So, yes. So, how did you like the messenger party?
It was okay. Just, not many people were interacting
Okay.
on it. Yeah.
Okay. Because I haven't tried one yet. I might get there. I haven't tried one yet. But yes, but I like how you said that you go live back on your business page after you did, that party. And even with Gloria too, I know you mentioned June 1st for your transitioning people to your business page. Girl, that's a grand opening. That's what that is. And you build that anticipation because what happens is, you definitely promote it, get people to like it, because now is the time. And I try to do this, every once in a while, put out there on my personal page, my business page information, like, hey, have you liked my business page? Because even this month is the time. Yes, baby. Yes, that is an A. Very good. LaShonda, I wrote your name and she saw the A in your name. So it's a good time to promote it this month. Even when you're doing your lives, mention it, put your link to your business page in your comments of your live and have people going there to like it so that when it's time to go, they're already anticipating it like, wait a minute, where are we going? Where are we going? Because they're going to be looking for that. So I love how you're taking that time to cultivate it so that when you transition over there, it's, you're going to have that following, basically you bringing people with you, so that's going to be good. Tanya, you're next, lady. Look at your diaper. Ty, did I unmute you? Wait, hold on.
I just unmuted myself. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I was writing the list down because April has been a whirlwind month for me. I still can't even believe what's going on. I started a 30-day boot camp with Tamara Jones, Chrissy Waller, and another young lady. I can't think of her name right now. And I had a lot of wins in April. April was my highest personal volume month since being in paparazzi. I went live 4 days, 3 weeks in a row. The first week, I sold 20 pieces. The next week, I sold 30 pieces. And last week, the week that just ended, I sold 37 pieces. I gained 2 new customers. I shared my paparazzi story and journey in the month of April. I hadn't done that before. I had 2 perspectives from sharing that. The boot camp was called Dash to Director. And although I didn't rank to director, April was the first month in a long time that both of my personally sponsors were active. I incorporated Wacky Wednesday, which I was trying to think of something creative to do. And I have a background in acting, and that's a whole boring story. But I put on my green wig and I put on neon earrings and something, and it was wonderful. So then I got, are you doing Wacky Wednesday this week too? And I was like, I really don't have an outfit for Wacky Wednesday. I hadn't thought about it. So I work at a school. The only thing I had here was a Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat. So that was Wacky Wednesday this Wednesday. Let me think what else. For May, I would like to rank up to director. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, good job. Sorry, I had put y'all on mute because I had to take care of the little mama. She was, we didn't want to hear all that. So, but I heard you and everything you were saying. So first of all, I was hearing you went live multiple times each week. And
Yes.
And each week it seemed like your sales increased every single week that you went. And so let me ask you this, what do you think that was from?
Exposure, me being consistent and showing up. When I said I was going to go live, and the big one was, usually I do on Friday nights, I do a midnight madness.
Mm-hmm.
And the first Friday of the month, I didn't do it. I was tired. I was like, nah, forget this. I'm not doing it. And I got texts on Saturday. What happened to Midnight Madness? You was sleeping? And I was like, oh my God, no, they didn't.
You
So,
like, yeah, that's
like,
what I was doing.
Yeah, I was getting my sleep on. I was tired. And then last night, I have to say this because it just blew my mind. I was dead tired. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do Midnight Madness. And I was on a training in Fly Squad yesterday where Monasia was saying, show the jewelry. So what if you just showed it 2 nights ago? Show it again. Somebody is gonna, somebody's gonna be on there. And then last week when we 2 weeks ago when we did this, Misty was like, talk to your jewelry, say you're gonna have a forever home, you're leaving me, you're not staying with me. I was like, Misty, come on, that sounds like crazy stuff. This is no lie. Thursday night before I went live, I had talked to my jewelry and I said, you have a forever home. You're leaving me. You're not going to be with me. I talked over all the jewelry. Okay. And Thursday night, I sold 15 pieces. And then Friday for Midnight Madness, I was like, I'm not pulling nothing new. Whatever didn't sell Thursday night, I'm going to show on this Midnight Madness.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to incorporate a couple other pieces. And last night at midnight, I was live for almost an hour. I sold 12 pieces on my Midnight Madness. And most of them were pieces that were left over from Thursday. And I talked to the jewelry and they all have forever homes. I just wanted to share that. It sounds crazy, but I have to show you guys this. This is, I have to show you. I'm going to the post office. This is post office stuff. This never happened to me. This is the month of April. And this is my drive-by local people. Never happened. So whatever you guys talk about here every other Saturday, I've been implementing. I take something from Gloria, I take something from LaShonda, and I just put it. And for the month of April, it's been a big win for me. And I'm super excited about that.
Yay!
Yay!
Your hand clap. Yay! And that makes me happy because literally I want this to be a place where we can come together each week, or not each week, every other week. We're not doing this each week because 8 o'clock on Saturday is early. Okay. But every other week, like, I'm just being truthful. Okay. Because your girl was struggling this morning when I got this one who ain't trying to go to bed until like midnight. Okay. Like, girl, you too, I need you to go to sleep now. All right. You don't need to know about no remote, no YouTube, no nothing. Take your tail to sleep. They know too much at this age. Like, I'm like, how you know how to work the remote and how you know how to get to, no, that's a little much. What you doing? So yeah, the TV that we ain't turning on. You see, she's talking about the TV now. But it's like, I want it to be a place where you can get something. Everything that's shared might not work for you, but if you get one thing that you can be like, okay, let me try that, and you have success, that means these meetings are a success, so that's what I'm really concentrating on. And so that makes me happy. And girl, you're going to get to director this month. This month, girl, you're going to get there. And also everybody else who was a director, you're going to get back to director. We going to get there. Like, we going to get there, okay? Like we gonna get there. So I'm proud of you. It's gonna happen. And the reason why I asked you, Tanya, what do you think was the difference? And you hit the one word that I always talk about. It's the consistency. That's what it is, you know, it's the consistency. You, with your different times, you have people who are night owls, so they're looking for that midnight madness. You got people who like, oh, I'm gonna pop in on this little lunchtime thing that she's doing and see what she has going on. So you're hitting people at different times of the day, so you're hitting different audiences too. So you're going to notice that you have some people that, hey, they look forward to that midnight because, girl, I'm on Facebook anyway, so might as well go buy something, you know. And then you got the people who are looking for your wacky Wednesday because that makes them smile and makes them happy, you know. So you're going to have different audiences, but your consistency is what is leading you to that success. And so you keep on being consistent. And I truly believe that before the end of May, you're going to rank to director before the end of May. Keep on sharing your story, keep on sharing your business, keep on telling people, you know, like I think I responded to one of your stories. If you haven't looked at Tanya's stories, Tanya does a great job with her stories. She has a thing in there about, I want you to join my team. And look, a lot of stuff does not catch my attention. I was like, hold up. This, you know, so looking at some of that stuff that's shared, it's like, okay, I can implement that. That's easy to do, you know. So that's why we collaborate, because there are so many different ideas that we all have that, you know, we could just share to see if they would work. And I just saw the increase in what we did as a team from last month, the month before to April, and I see the difference. Okay. Great, drink your milk. Okay, so that was good. Love to hear it. Okay, LaShonda, I think you're next. Good morning, Myrna. LaShonda, I think you're next.
I went already.
Did you mean Tamika?
You're on mute, Nawanda.
Tamika, did you hear?
I hear now.
I'm like, why ain't she answer me? Renee calmly said, Nawanda, you on mute. I'm like, okay. Because I'm sitting there like, is that not her name? I'm like, I don't know. I put myself on mute because she decided she wanted to sing nursery songs. But Tamika, you're next.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. April was good to me. Just last night, as was mentioned, I signed someone on. I gained 4 new customers. I added another live night, which I do a theme night midweek, where this week we did, last week we did,
let me see. Can you hear me? Okay. Last week we did bracelets, and then we did earrings. So that's been great. Everybody loves it. And I've become like an outlet. We have so much fun on Friday. They look forward to the show. I have a lot of healthcare workers who are on my live on Friday nights, and it's really an outlet from them. I ask how their week was. Some of them share, some of them joke around. They're like, oh, we have so much fun. So my goal, though, I did really good in April since I've joined last June, just with the extra people, more people on my lives. They've been sharing, joining. Some of them hadn't even heard of paparazzi. So, you know, they're like, oh, $5. Okay, yeah. And they just been buying, and they really been showing off with the new releases. So new releases have been great and hard to grab the past couple of weeks. But I'm happy that I gained a couple new people. One of them was really interested in selling, but she does other things. And she's like, oh, I'm just a little afraid that people are going to be like, I want to become a consultant because the jewelry's beautiful, but I don't want people to be like, oh, great, here you go selling something else. So I said, yeah, don't worry about that. You know, it's a lot of people have done Avon before and all kinds of stuff, Mary Kay, what have you. But you know, it's what's good about this jewelry, this paparazzi jewelry. It's something for everyone's taste. That's what I love about it. I have a lot of people that's like just want straight bling. Some people just looking for studs. Some people like the big statement pieces. So, you know, there's something for everybody. So that's what makes it so great and unique. And the fact that it's only $5. But I can't hear anything.
Wanda, you're on mute again.
Psych! I'm back.
Oh, it was me. I'm like, I can't hear anything.
It's okay because I usually don't put myself on mute, but with this one right here, we putting ourselves on mute today, okay? But I like how you mentioned about the themes because with my customers, if I do earrings and bracelets, man, they lose their mind.
Yes.
And I'm just like, it could be stuff that I showed 2 months ago, but just because I put it in a theme, we just doing earrings and bracelets, they act like they ain't never seen it before. I'm like,
yes,
y'all. So themes are a nice way to literally focus on something. And like my earrings and bracelets, like I usually sell out at least 75% of what I show with if I do a theme like that. So think about that too. Like, you know, if you're finding you have, you know, like, hey, you know, I got a lot of earrings. You can do a one and done with earrings and just do an earring show or do a speed show. Like I need to go back to doing my speed show. Okay, you're helping. Okay, whatever. I do speed shows sometimes. So where I don't spend it'll be like, how many pieces can I show in 30 minutes? And we'd be like, bam, bam, bam. And when I do that, man, they lose their minds. And I'm just like, but this is the same stuff I showed 2 months ago. And y'all act like y'all ain't want. But all of a sudden, now it's a themed speed show, y'all want it. But, and that's the thing about our customers and paparazzi, you just never know, you know? So definitely love seeing that. And definitely new releases, new releases be cracking me up because I set my alarm for new releases, right? Because I'm home now. So I'm like, okay, I'll set my alarm. My alarm will go off. I will get distracted, okay? And look down at my clock and it's 3:05. I'll be like, well, so much for that.
It's gone.
You know, I'm gonna go on about my business. We're gonna try this again tomorrow, okay? So, and the thing about it is like, you get them. Is it upsetting when we don't get them? Yes, but you know, tomorrow, the next day, they're gonna have something else. And it, you know, I can't get but so upset. It's like, whatever, you know, my thing spins and, you know, something. I was like, but that's the same address I've used the last 20 orders I've done. So I'm not understanding what's going on, you know? So it's just one of those things, but new releases, they are definitely hard to get. But when you get them, you're like, thank God. When I don't get them, you know, if I want something personally, I'll be like, Tanya, what you showing? I'll be like, girl, you go ahead and put that in my cart. Because I don't shop other consultants for my customers per se, but I'm not doing Baby Shark, child. No, we're not doing that. Okay, so, but for myself personally, because I love earrings. So for myself personally, honey, I will find some earrings. And I don't know if she was doing a Wacky Wednesday or something. And I saw this pair of earrings come. I said, yeah. So go ahead and send me pictures of the earrings that you showed today. And let me see what you got, girl. You know, because they're for me. You know, I can be a customer too. I don't go crazy, but every once in a while, y'all might see me like, hey, girl, you got this? Because that's cute. I need that. So glad to see your success and what you're doing. And yes, yeah, I saw that thing come on with the new team member. I said, okay, we starting already, which is amazing. And the thing about it is your consistency. You keep on doing it. You know, keep talking about the business. And the person, and the person who's like, they'll look at me and I'm selling something else. Girl, is she a good customer? Let her be a good customer, okay? Because trust me, I've had people that were good customers, they turn to consultants, and then you're like, you aren't as good of a consultant as you were a customer. So those people who I don't even get upset, because my thing is, you have to understand your customers' lane. Some customers are meant to be consultants and some are meant to stay customers. And honey, I will bring them all back. Like ones who cancel and they were my customers, come on back to the family. You okay? Go ahead and buy your full price pieces. Appreciate you, okay? Let me go ahead and send you that $120 invoice. Thank you very much, so it is okay. So if she is uncomfortable, and she's a good customer, you let her be a good customer and, keep on. She may decide that she wants to, circle back around, but if not, no biggie. She's a customer, keep her happy as a customer, and it's all right. I've learned that. That's one thing I've learned, because sometimes other direct sales companies or they'll say, recruit them all. Some people are meant to be customers, and it's okay. Like everybody ain't meant to be on your team. Some people are meant to support your business as a customer, and it's fine. Because trust me, what you get from people as customers, that's what I be trying to tell you. Understand the return that you get from a customer versus your consultants, right? You do understand the big disparity there. Like a customer, you're always going to get paid that 45%. That's what you're getting. As a consultant, we appreciate, trust me, I appreciate y'all, but trust me, your customers are the ones you need to be focused on. A lot of times, and I'm talking to people who are building teams, people who have teams, make sure you are spending time focused on your customers. You cannot just be focused on your teams, okay? And I'm speaking this from experience, because your team, yes, you need to be in there encouraging them, checking them. That's why we do this every 2 weeks, okay? This is my check-in with you guys, okay? I check in with my personally sponsor. Hey, what you need, let me know. Thank you, baby. So, but what you have to understand is you cannot put more energy into your team than you do your customers, period. Because your customers are that's your paycheck. Look at it like that's your paycheck. When your customer buys $100, you're getting 45% of that, okay? Across the board. So make sure you are not forgetting your customers, and make sure you are putting that energy in. Yes, that's me. Thank you. So make sure you're putting that energy into your customers. Do not forget your customers, because you guys, you'll see the difference. And so if ever a time, and I'm gonna just tell you this because life will happen. All right. With this pandemic, life has happened to a lot of people. Things happen in our lives. Lives happen. When life happens and you have to make a choice with your business, like I only have energy for a few things, make sure one of those things is your customers, okay? Because here's the thing, your team is going to survive. They going to work. When you work, they going to work, okay? That's just the law of leadership. If they're going to do what they see you do. So if you're working, they're going to work. So if you ever have a time where you need to, because life is going on and you need to decide where you're going to put your energy, make sure you are not shorting your customers, okay? Make sure you're not doing that. Girl, what's wrong with you? This child, her mama need to come get her. Okay. All right. So Angela, I think you're up next.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So first of all, I wanted to say, Royal Gems and Jewels, like I said, they burned April literally down to the ground, and some ashes, nothing but ashes left. For me personally, my win for April, from March 15th until like last week, I guess you could say. Number one, I survived COVID-19.
God.
And personally, that is, I'm grateful to God that both my husband and I were suffering from the COVID virus. It was awful, but God, excuse me, brought us through it. And then to have the business portion or the team portion, have your team reach its um, highest organizational volume while you were battling and being sick, 6,020 was just amazing. Even though I was sick, I was still texting different ones. They were texting me, still, kind of conversing with different ones and doing things on the side. Even as a personally, for my business, I made over $200 while I was sick. And I thank God for that. I also achieved Life of the Party bronze. Let's see here. And, again, seeing different ones from your team still going live. You can only, one thing I love about the business, and that was one of the things I said to Nawanda when I joined January 11th of 2018. I was basically saying, I am a busy, busy woman. There's a lot going on in our lives. And she said, oh, well, you can work this business kind of, on your own schedule. You don't have to worry about it. You can, work it, find your own niche. And that was one of the things that drew me to it. I was like, okay, if I can work it on my own schedule, then that's fine. And things get busy, but 20% of what we do, and this is why I like what Nawanda said about don't put more into your team than you do your customers. 20% of what we do as a team leader should go to them. And that other 80% goes to your business or, bottom line, to your family or what have you. And sometimes we get it mixed up that you're supposed to post every single day in your team page. You're supposed to do, this, reach out to someone every single day. That's not it. It's just 20%. And, obviously if they need you, you definitely are there for them. So just finding that balance, I think, as I'm getting back. And the other thing I did do just before I, really, really got sick and couldn't do anything, I bought a new one of those huge organizers for my jewelry from Amazon. We painted that and started reorganized my jewelry room. So I'm looking forward to getting back out there in the month of May, this month, and bringing back my Saturday Night Lives. That was something that was, and then watching LaShonda and Tanya did their story. They did their story, a video of their story, or went live sharing their story. And that was both of them had mentioned about seeing me on my Saturday Night Lives. And that was the most successful, I think, that I had as far as my Saturday Night Lives. We went live every single Saturday. We kind of got away from it because life got busy, schedules changed and things, but that's something that I am in the process of bringing back is my Saturday Night Lives. I am definitely going to do a share my story video because I told them they both inspired me with that. And then just re-engaging and getting my business page, my VIP page, just kind of getting some animation there with my VIP, kind of revamping that. And definitely on top of list, I think for May, 3 personally sponsored for myself. And just to see my team, those that are looking, I think I had 4 of the team members that talked about wanting to be a director, Tamika being one of them. So to see her sign that new personally sponsored yesterday was just, it was like, oh my God, this is just so awesome. Just so happy for her, so proud of her, and just to even, LaShonda, this was one of LaShonda, April was one of her best months, same thing with Tanya. I'm sorry, guys, somebody was at my door. Hang on, I'm sorry.
That happened. While she go check on her door, tell them stay 6 feet away. What? Yeah,
okay.
Oh, here.
I'm sorry. Somebody was literally at my door, scared me to death. Okay, it was a guy. All right, I know who it is. Sorry about that. Oh gosh. That scared me because I'm literally looking at a man's head from here. I
Oh
can see it.
no.
Okay, so sorry about that. But I was saying LaShonda, and to see Tanya, them have their best month ever since they've been a consultant. Those are wins that you celebrate as a team. You celebrate them and you're proud of them. So just continuing to see them, excel in their businesses. That's my goal for May.
Awesome. Good to see that. Yeah, definitely Life of a Party bronze. I hit that last month too. I was like, Missy sent me a me. She says, you hit Life of the Party bronze. I'm like, great. My goal for each year, because I've been a Life of the Party bronze since I started, and it was just like, oh, go, okay, Tanya with the hand clap. Okay, I see her, and look, Tanya is like, okay, y'all be cracking me up here. This animation. Oh, I forgot we do have reactions. Okay, look, y'all just so special. But yeah, so Angela was sick. She had told me, and she hadn't kind of said it outside of her team. And so, I was just like, hey, let me know what you need. But I was like, your team don't need nothing, because they was rolling. Like, I looked at her number and I was like, okay, so executive director is around the corner for y'all. That's where, because they killed it. Like, y'all just killed it. So it was nice to see. And this is a testament to when you work your business and you're consistent, even when life happens, when you're consistent and your team sees you be consistent, they're just going to work. They're just going to do what they do. So it's not, and that's why you give them the tools that they need to flourish, to grow, and you work your business and take care of your customers, because then even when life happens, you see that you have like one of your highest numbers that you've ever had, and life knocked you down, and your team was like, we got you. Don't worry about this. We got this, So that was so exciting to see. I was so proud of you guys because it was amazing. Venice,
Wanda, all seven that are active now, 7 of them were active. 7 personally sponsored. Organizational volume of 6,020. I hit Life of the Party bronze, all during a worldwide pandemic. And I just was like, my jaw was dropped. It was just like, wow, this team is just amazing.
Right.
just really amazing.
And that goes to show, I've seen a lot, you see different kind of, thoughts, like, oh, don't ask anybody to join a business down during a pandemic, or don't sell your stuff during a pandemic. Let me tell you something. I am not making that financial decision for anybody. I'm going to show my stuff, talk about my business, and it's up to them on whether they want to join there, where they want to buy. You're not forcing anybody to do anything. But what we did this month just shows that even in this pandemic that we're in, our stuff still sells. Like, I got a bag of pink bags that I need to take to the post office. But I told my cousins, yeah, I'm only going to the post office once every 2 weeks. So yeah, on that one right there. But it's still selling. So we don't make that decision for people. We don't stop our business just because we're in a pandemic, because people are still buying, people are still wanting to join. And I think a lot of people are seeing like, wait a minute, y'all ain't slowing down. I might need to think about this and see what y'all got going on, because we're still making money. Anytime I'm sending out an invoice for $120 for one person, you know what I'm saying? People are still buying, people are still signing up, people are still working this business. So that's just a testament to how sustainable our business is and what we do. A lot of people say, well, it's not a consumable product. It don't matter. People want to change their jewelry every day. Okay. And it's $5 so they can. All right. So yes, I need you to get a piece every day so you can change it, and then you can give it away to somebody and come back and buy some more. Okay. That's what I need you to do. I have a customer who does it. She buys them, she wears them, she gives them away, comes back and gets more. Like, that's what she does. Mm-hmm. So I was like, listen, if that worked for you, it's great for me. Okay. So yeah, so glad, love to hear that. Venice, you're next, lady.
Hello?
You muted yourself, Nawanda.
Okay.
Uh, Lord. Good morning, everybody. April has been great. Let me see. One of my wins for April has been that more traffic, I should say more buying traffic has been on my Instagram page. Um, at times I would get a little discouraged, but I would keep posting anyway. And for some reason, I don't know, April must have been a magical month for folks because they started inboxing me or commenting on my post of all the pictures that all the pictures that I've put on. I'm sorry, I'm up here packing up stuff and getting messages from folks. So I'm excited about Instagram, and someone had asked me, did I ever do a live on Instagram? And I was like, no, haven't done that yet. So I'm kind of toying around with possibly doing a live on Instagram just to see how that goes. I don't know why I'm fearful of doing it on Instagram. I guess because I don't know those people where I know most people on Facebook. So that might be a challenge for me this month is to do a live on Instagram. I might have to do what I did when I had to first do Facebook, is do it when everybody busy. But shoot, everybody home now, so I don't know how I'm gonna get around that. But anywho, and so I guess that's kind of my win is getting more people buying off of Instagram. My of course my Facebook stories and me also doing my lives in my VIP group and also posting it in my business page drives a lot of traffic. So I'm staying consistent with posting in my stories on Facebook. So the other goal was to this month possibly do a Instagram live and also with my not that I'm disconnected from them, but kind of touching base a little bit more with my team members that are inactive. Me and Nawanda have had this discussion about people show you what they want to do. And I have to be okay with that. And I'm okay with it. But every month I say, you know what, it's a new month and maybe it's a new mindset. Maybe it's something they want to tackle more on. So just touch base with them, see what they want to do. If they're still in the same state that they were currently in, that's fine. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. And I'm okay with that. And then potentials, they come when they come, and I'm okay with that as well. Because if I keep doing what I was doing before, they'll come back around. And like so many people have mentioned on here about good customers, I have a very good customer, and I threw it out to her because she has done direct sales, and she was like, "Girl, I got a lot of stuff on my plate," and I was like, "You know what? That tells me right there. Keep her as a faithful customer, and be okay with that." And just like Nawanda said, because I get more money when she's my customer. So, and all in all, April has been good. That's it.
Awesome. Yes. Vadish, you mentioned a couple of things that me and you have worked through and talked about. As a leader, we want our team to do well. We do. You want your team to do well. You want your team to flourish. But you have to put in the same amount of energy into them that they're putting into their own business. You can't want this more for them than they want it for themselves, period. Because what happens is if you got to say, hey, because okay, if you look at the whole totality of your team, the people that you have to remind to get active and work their business, no, that's a little problem for me, okay? Because you don't have, if you're going to do this business, being active is the least, that's something you never have to worry about with me. I'm always going to be active. And if I'm just active, there's a problem, okay? Because I ain't making a whole lot of money just being active, just saying, okay? So a lot of times we use a lot of energy because we're like, come on, you could do this business, and I believe in you. And okay, it's fine for you to believe in them, but if they don't believe in themselves and they're not going to do the work, why are you wasting your energy, sis? Like, come on. No, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the tools, and I'm going to concentrate on these customers who is buying up my jewelry. Okay, that's what I'm going to concentrate on right now. But you be consistent. You do it. You cannot, because a lot of times as leaders, I think, and I've done it, it's like you put this energy and energy and energy, and then it drains you, and then you get frustrated, and then you're trying to figure out, like, I don't understand why they don't see they can make money in this. Sometimes, and I've done this too, and I've learned, a lot of things that I've done, I'm like, okay, learning point. You have to figure out when a new consultant, new customer, whatever, you have to figure out what lane they're in, okay? You cannot put them into a lane that they don't want to be in. And a lot of times that's our struggle, because when I get a new consultant, I always ask them, like, what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish out of this? Because some will tell you, listen, I'm just joining because your stuff is cute and I ain't trying to pay you $5 for it. Bet. I know what lane you in. You are in a lane that you just want the discount. You may not be active every month, but you're going to buy enough to keep your discount. That's your lane. I'm cool with it. And until you show me something different, that's the lane you're going to be. I am never going to try to convert you to, well, why don't you recruit a team and do, I'm never going to do that, because that's how I'm going to lose you. Okay. But if you kind of be like, you know what, we're going to take baby steps and see where this goes, I'm going to work with you in that lane. So a lot of times, we want to convert customers to consultants because, well, they buy so much, they can be a consultant. We got customers that will spend $100, $150 a month. Guess what? They like being customers. They just like to shop. It's okay, because a lot of times we want to turn them into a consultant, and what you have to understand is people who enjoy, especially during this pandemic, people enjoy seeing us. They enjoy seeing the jewelry. And so for those people, their joy is in watching you show stuff, and they try to beat everybody else at claiming it. That's their joy. And so when you try to turn them into a consultant, that ain't joyful for them. Because, boy, I got to go now fight all the rest of y'all to try to get what I want. Honey, I didn't even know they had all this back there, and I didn't even care. But now you done showed me all of this, and now I got to fight. So this ain't fun no more for me. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be willing to understand where your customers' lanes are, where your consultants' lanes are, and be okay with them being in those lanes. And once you are okay with that, listen, you're going to find that balance, because the consultants you're going to work with are going to want to be in those lanes, and you're working with them in their lanes. And your customers, you're concentrating on your customers because that's where your money is. Just saying. All right. AJ, you're next.
Hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My win. What are you laughing at me for?
You see your mama and Renee's? No, you can't see your mom and Renee's.
Oh, no, I'm on my phone.
Yeah, your mom was in Renee's picture.
See,
So in case y'all didn't know, AJ and Renee are sisters. Okay, so Renee and AJ are sisters. So that was their mom and Renee's picture right there.
Lordy be. Anywho, so my win for April was I had a couple wins. Well, they're all consisting of the jewelry. So when the urban pieces that I have gotten, my husband, Reggie, he said, take some shots of these pictures. So I took some shots of the pictures, and he sent them to his male cousins, text them all, because they're in this group chat that they do every day. So he had sent them pictures of the bracelets, and I had gotten a few hits from those, which was good. And so one of the cousin's wife said, well, you need to show more of these on your live. So I'm going to have to end up buying more urban pieces so I can show on my lives. And then the other one was one of my aunts who live in Philadelphia. They have a Pokino club, and one of the members of the Pokino club, she texts me and she says, well, I need some spring stuff. What you got? So I text her pictures, and she brought like 10, 15 pieces. And then she texted me the other day. She was like, do you got anything else? So I'm texting her all these different pieces. So that's a good thing. I'm trying to stay consistent, trying hard to stay consistent. I've been putting some pictures out there the last few days. I did a live Monday, 2 Mondays in a row, which I've been kind of slacking off on, but I need to start picking that up. So for my goals in May, I'm going to try to consistently be live like I was. And I did pick up a tip from Manasia yesterday. I was working and listening to her live on Tamara's group there. And I'm going to try to do how she said to consistently, yes, sorry, child entering the kitchen. So she said consistently to show the pieces over and over and over again. So that's what I'm going to try to do, just to get, just to refresh and show like new customers the stuff that I have, because I have a lot that I need to get rid of and it has to go. But other than that, trying to get new releases is a struggle because I'm working and 3 o'clock comes around and I'm trying to work and look and it's not doing, I can't do. So, but other than that, I'm great and my business is going well. That's all I have.
Yeah, awesome. So one thing I've heard you say, which I really like, one of your wins was the texting the pictures. Okay, because remember, I always say that you have to find different formats of reaching customers. Everybody may not be on Facebook. Everybody may not watch your live, but I've had great success at texting. Like I'll take pictures and put them in a grid, number the grid. So maybe I'll put like 6 to 9 pictures in one grid and number each piece, because you can do that in photo grid, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and send them to somebody. And they will send back and tell you, okay, I want the whole top row, or I want these. And so we have to be able to remember that Facebook, like social media, is not your only platform for some of these people. You may have older ladies who are just like, listen, I ain't got time to be looking at your live, but send me what you got, send me these pictures. So I love how you were using your phone to just text the pictures, and you found success doing that, as well as Reggie, sending those other pictures. And then, so I'm gonna tell you this, AJ. So with you, like with them loving the urban, it's not necessarily you have to buy more urban. Girl, this is an opportunity. You know what? You can go ahead and hit my website and click on urban, because there's a whole category for them. Because so that's a chance for you to get them exposed. Because remember, once you get people exposed to your website, they're more likely to go there to buy stuff because you've exposed them. I think a lot of times people think that the only way they can get paparazzi is on the live. No, you can go to my website, because that's what we do. But they need to know that there is other ways that you have a website that, hey, you like the urban, you need to go ahead to my website, because I think they have a category for urban on our website. They can click that and they can see all of it. There's changes. So it's not necessarily you have to buy more yet, including because you're being successful, but that's an opportunity for you to give them your website and for them to go to your website to see what you have on there. So definitely use that opportunity as well. And yeah, I saw you on live. I said, AJ's back. So that was cool. So I see Karen popped up. Karen, what we are doing is sharing our wins from April and what you want to accomplish in May. And for all of you, Karen is our newest director. So everybody, she is our newest director. So Karen, I'm unmuting you, I think. Maybe did I unmute you? Karen, are we fighting with mute? Karen, unmute yourself. Karen, unmute. Okay, Karen?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. So so what we're doing is sharing our wins from April and what you want to accomplish in May. And I told everybody you are our newest director, so I'm so proud of you. Very, very proud of you. So go ahead.
Well, I'm joining the meeting late because I was doing invoices late. But my win is I am staying consistent with my lives. And I've got 2 people that joined this week. One person joined with me on Sunday in the middle of my live.
Wow.
And then the other person wrote me after my live and said, I'm joining this week. And she did on Thursday. So that qualified me to be a director. So I have 2 new people that have been with me over a year. So nothing is brand new. I'll be 2 years this month with Paparazzi. And I've been very slow at gathering people, but they're coming. I keep every single live. I mention joining my business and I mention doing what I do, maybe not the way I do it, but to join. So it paid off when I least expected it to pay off. So it's just being consistent and I have to just keep up that consistency and I'm enjoying it.
Yay. Love it, love it, love it. So one thing about Karen, what she just said, which I like, and I think this is just kind of the pace for our team. We're not a fast team. We're not, but we're a consistent team. Okay. And what I will tell you is consistency will outlast fast all day long. It just will. Because when you're consistent with it, what happens is, people are watching you and people are seeing what you're doing and people are like, hey, I can do that. What are you doing? I remember the first time Gloria saw my jewelry. I was literally wasn't trying to sell nothing. We were over a mutual friend's house and it was her housewarming. So I told him well, I'm going to sit in your office and try to get my little board fixed up. Cause I had just joined, I wasn't in it that long. Finally got somebody to make me a board. And I was just in there trying to organize. Gloria came in, 2 other ladies came in and Kim, so Kim's on my team too, came in. And next thing I know, Melody got rings on her fingers, like I'm getting all these rings, okay? And then Gloria was like, well, let me try that one on. And Melody was like, yeah, no, this is my ring. So I told her, I said, I will find you that ring. I will find you that ring. What's up, baby? You're fine. I will find you that ring. But what was crazy was it was not an event. It was not a planned, oh, Nwanda's coming to set up to sell. Nwanda was getting organized. I sold like $100 getting organized. And Gloria was like, wait a minute. This was a little easy. Like you wasn't even trying to sell and I want this. And so you got to understand a lot of times when you are doing things, people are watching and they're in their mind, they're like, okay, well, you just made money and you weren't trying to sell anything. So, okay, let me look into this and see how this can work. And you find your lane, you find what works for you. I'm not asking anybody to be fast with this. I want you to be consistent. I want you to make money because the bottom line, if we're not making money, there's a problem. There's a problem, okay? I don't want you having a whole bunch of boxes just to say you hit a number. Like that's wrong. I will never I don't recommend nobody doing that. I'm never going to tell you to just get some boxes just to hit a number. Let's not. Now, if you only got 10 PV to hit life of the party, I'm going to tell you to go buy 5 pieces. Now, I ain't even going to lie. Okay. I'm going to tell you to buy 5 pieces because that's your present to yourself. Okay. But as far as like, oh, let's buy 1,000 pieces. No, we're not doing that. We're making money. But the process, you see, when we do the process, we're not the fastest, but I can tell you we're one of the most consistent, and we hit that number, and then we increase, and then we increase, and we hit, we increase, we hit, we increase. But the thing about it is we're not doing this in a way that's not organic. We are organically growing. Like when she hit director, I was look like I got a call from Tina. Tina was like, she gonna do it. And I'm like, well, let's do it. Because see, the thing for me that frustrates me, when I look at my dashboard, I can only see 3 levels deep. And so Karen is 1 level past where I can see. So I can't see it. Like I have to go to him like, okay, well, let me see how many she got. It's a lot of math and, trying to find the right row in the spreadsheet. But when Tina pinged me, she said, I'm gonna have a new director. I'm like, well, let's go then. She was like, Gloria, text me. But see, Gloria, this made me so proud. It made me so proud. She said, Gloria reached out to me and it's like, you got some people about to do something. I'm like, look at her. I'm like, so proud of her. Like, yes. And so I looked, I said, how many she got, Tina? She's like, she just signed up 2. And I looked and her other 2 were active. I said, well, shoot. You already know what that means. You got a director that just got made. And the thing about it is, how satisfying is that to see that you work in consistency, you're consistently working, you're consistently doing what you're doing, you're promoting your business, you're talking about your business, and then people, while you're on live, are signing up and reaching out and like, hey, let us, I'm joining. Oh, here's the notification in the middle of my life. I got a new person. That is satisfying because you can see that you are doing the business the right way. You're working your business and you're consistent with your business. Okay. You're consistent with your business. So it is 9:30. So how we're going to end the last half hour, because I only keep y'all in here to 10 because I got to go work. Okay, I gotta work out because I ain't trying to stay snatched, but I'm trying to stay sane. Okay, that's what that's all about. Burning them calories keeps my mind right, because these grocery bills. Look, I'm selling paparazzi to feed these kids. Okay, because these kids eat like they need to go back to school. Like this college kid, like I'm like, dude, I'm gonna need you to get a job because you eat too much. Okay, like it is serious, like for real. But the last half hour, what we're gonna do is I want everybody, we're going to start over and everybody go around and tell me one thing that they want to try this month. It could be something that you've already done, but one thing that you want to try in your business this month. Because what I'm seeing is when we're sharing things, you guys are trying new things and like, okay, this worked really well. So what is one thing you're going to try this month in your business? So Gloria, we're going to start with you.
Okay, I did have a question and you can answer it later, but one of it is I keep hearing people talk about sharing their story. I wasn't on the last Zoom, so I don't know if you talked about sharing your story on that, but I would like to hear a little more about sharing your
so
story.
Before we start, Tanya and LaShonda both shared your story, correct?
Venice said something about sharing on story too. So I just want to know a little more about that. So that's probably something that I'm going to do, try to do for this week. And then somebody mentioned sharing 3 pieces on their business page to keep the traffic going. Because I don't go live every week, I'm thinking that maybe I can incorporate that in between the live, sharing the live to the business page and doing a few things like that. And then trying to maybe be creative and go live on another day of the week versus Tuesdays that I go on, just mix it up a little bit and maybe do a I think that was Tanya that said her Wacky Wednesday, do something creative. So those are, I think, the things that I took away. Also, at the end, or posted somewhere, what do you use to organize your jewelry besides a pegboard? If people have pictures, I know Angela mentioned organizing her jewelry. What do you have to organize your jewelry? If you can show pictures or something, that would be great.
Okay, awesome. So y'all hear that? So those y'all who do a good job organizing, I'm still in the process. I mean, I have some stuff I'm using, but we'll definitely do that. But sharing stories. So I share to my story. Sometimes I'm not, like Tanya and Venice and LaShawn, they are the share, Tanya and Venice kill stories. Like, so Tanya and then Venice, I want you to just take a couple minutes to talk about your methodology in sharing to your stories, if you don't mind. And Tanya, go first, and then Venice.
There's two stories that I just want to let Gloria know about. One is the Facebook story that's on the top. I post pictures of new releases that I got, and I'll put a note coming soon. I posted a 30-second clip of basically trying to encourage people to join my team on that story. And then I physically one night did a Facebook Live sharing my paparazzi journey and story, how I became an independent consultant, and a little bit of what paparazzi had currently done for me. So it was two stories. I daily share on my Facebook story. I'll post inspirational something, then I'll post something personal like a picture of my daughter, and then I'll post a couple of 3 or 4 new releases that I got, and I'll say coming soon on my Facebook story.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Venice? Venice? I unmute her. Unmute yourself.
I know.
Okay,
Sorry. I'll be getting mixed up. Okay, so like Tanya alluded to, the stories is the Facebook stories that I do, and the Instagram stories. There's a space on Instagram that you can do stories. So on Facebook, at one time you can upload about 15 pictures, and then after you upload those 15, you can always go back and add more. You can add another 15 or another how many ever. So when I'm not feeling well, or I just can't do a live, that is kind of like my saving grace, where I'm still in front of my customers without being in front of my customers, and I let those stockpile pictures work for me. So that helps in getting business, and even people that are on my lives on a consistent basis, I'm like, I just showed that to y'all yesterday, and today is a hot item for you. I don't understand, but okay, thank you, and I'll take you $5.50. So so that, and then the Instagram one, you can upload 10 pictures at a time. And then on your business page, you could also do 7 pictures. If you go on to like, there's a like a row where it shows you post or photos. Click on the photos one, and once you start clicking, it'll show you either you want pictures or you want a slideshow, and it'll convert into a slideshow. But you can only do 7, up to 7 for a slideshow. If you go over that, then it just takes you back to straight pictures. Where sometimes people, I find on my business page, people like videos. I get more views and interactions on videos versus just plain pictures sometimes. So those are the 3 areas that I do story picture situations. That's it.
Cool.
And also for Facebook, I think those stories last 24 hours. So they go up, but that's good because they want it. So the thing is, they want to keep it relevant, so they don't want to stay up for like 3 months, it's there. Yeah. So then people pay attention to it. And one thing that I know I use my stories for when I remember, because I'm horrible at remembering, is my fashion fix. So what I will do is when I remember, so like obviously this one I didn't remember because we're on the 2nd, so I'll probably do a slideshow with them soon. But I will put my fashion fix in stories and then have a link to my VIP group because that's where my event is. So that's a good way. And I think the month that I remember to do it, my fashion fix went up that month when I remembered to do it. So definitely a good way, both Facebook and Instagram, and even in Instagram now. So I set up a business page in Instagram to hook to my business page and Facebook. So if you post something in Instagram on your business page, it posts on your business page in Facebook. So I've been kind of playing with that. I don't have as much traffic on Instagram yet, but I'm noticing every day I'm getting more followers on Instagram. So it's kind of cool. So definitely using that and using that platform. But yeah, sharing stories. I think you'll like that. Yes.
I'm sorry, I want to interject.
Yes.
On Instagram, one thing that I noticed is that it's the 24 hours too, as from the last time. So what I do for the Instagram, I don't do it as often. And then also sometimes I'll put different items on there versus Facebook and vice versa. So I may do like all bronze or copper pieces, like a series, kind of like a series or a theme on one of them, where on the other I may do a mix. Or if I've shown something last week on Facebook, I'll flip it over to Instagram because it's just different people. And then sometimes they're the same, but a lot of times I'll theme out something. Even on my stories on Facebook, I may theme it out to like all blue pieces that I have, or all earrings, or all bracelets. So you can get creative with both. And what I'll do them at different times of the day. So when that 24 hours is over, the next batch is already loaded on.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for sharing. See, this is why I love this. This is so good. Okay, LaShonda, what's one thing you're gonna try this month?
Yeah, I was trying to think of something that I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna tap into Instagram and start working my business page, and maybe go live a couple times this month on Instagram.
All right, sounds good. And here's the good thing about Instagram. You go live on Instagram, you only can go live on Instagram for an hour. Ask me how I know. You know, all these battles that they've been having on Instagram, honey, after an hour, it shut them off, okay? Like, whoop, we be right back because you're getting shut off. So that's the good thing about Instagram. It only lasts an hour. So you can't go longer than an hour on Instagram Live. So definitely something I probably will try to at some point. So definitely love that, LaShonda. All right, Tamika, you're up. Does Tamika know she? Okay, you're on mute, Tamika. Look, I saw her. Okay. Look, I saw her head going like this. I said, "She talking, but can't nobody hear."
Hi, what's up? I want to try doing a hostess party because that's how I was introduced to paparazzi.
Okay.
To gain more customers. A friend of mine was doing one, and I believe the consultant, she was out of New York. So I was like, "Oh, what's paparazzi?" And one of my friends was like, "You never heard of it? All the jury's $5, da da da." So that's how I was introduced, and that's how she gained me as a customer and a lot of my Facebook friends. So I want to try and do that this month. Continue with my theme night. People just look for the earrings, or they just look for the bracelets. They love bangles or whatever. So I'm gonna continue doing that to grow my business.
Awesome.
Get that big girl.
Yeah, hostess. I have not been great at hostess parties because I just go on.
Yeah.
You know, I just sell like whatever. Like me, I'm like, oh, I gotta find a hostess now. That's to me, my mind.
That's another thing.
That'd be work. I'm like, I'm just gonna go live and they buy whatever. So I'm at listen, I am transparent. I'll tell y'all, look, your girl's slacking in that area, okay? But so it's gonna be, that's something I need to work on too. And it might not happen this month, but maybe come June it might happen. So, but definitely let me know how that go, girl. So
Okay.
when you report back to us, let us know how that go, and then
I
we'll
will.
from there. Angela, you're up.
Okay. A lot of ideas. Obviously I said sharing my story, Facebook. I had already had Instagram that I was something that I was going to do is go live on Instagram. That's not, usually post or, I haven't been active posting lately, but I definitely want to try the live on Facebook. On Instagram. And thank you for letting me know you can't go over an hour, because I certainly probably would have been cut off. One of the things I heard today, piece of the day, and sharing a story. I'd like to hear a little bit more about that. That's something I did write down that I'd be interested in doing. So I'm not sure who I don't remember who said that, but if you could elaborate a little bit more.
Was it Tanya?
It was Tanya or Renee. I think it was Renee.
It was me. I have been sharing the piece of the day. I just choose one. Sometimes, like, I'll ask my daughter who's 14, I'll say, which piece should I show today? But I just choose a piece. Sometimes it's a new piece that I just got in, or sometimes it'll be a piece that I've had that's just, sitting there that I'm trying to get rid of. But I take a picture of it on the bust and kind of, put some little extra to the picture behind it, and then I just share it on the Facebook story. I also post it on my business page and then my personal page as well. I do a lot on my personal page because I don't have as many people on my business page yet. When I do my lives, I do try to get them to go over and like my business page, but most of them are just still following me on my story. On my personal page, excuse me. But that's how I do the piece of the day. And then when I post just the picture of it, I put like how many of that piece I have available.
Okay, I've done that in the past. And I was thinking that like you create some kind of a story or something to add to the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So I can go back to do. Yeah, I've done that here and there. So yeah, that might be
and
something
put it in your story though. But you put it in your Facebook stories. So she doesn't just post it on her page, she uses the stories as well. Because remember that the stories, like if you ever look at Facebook, you see what's at the top of your screen is all the stories. So that's gonna pop up first for everybody who is following you is any story that you have up there. So that's why the stories are so beneficial, because even if somebody doesn't scroll down into their news feed, their stories are the first thing that you see going across the top. So, and usually once you hit on one person's story, what do? They just keep playing the stories
keep
that are
rolling,
there.
yeah.
So they keep on going. So that's why maximizing your stories are good. And I wrote something down and I meant to say something and I forgot what I was going to say. Somebody, personal page. That's what I wanted to talk about. Both you and Gloria said it, because Gloria is like, I'm a transition to my business page a little, we're going to get there. And Renee was like, hey, I'm doing things on my personal page now. When you first start out, do things on your personal page. That's fine, because that's where your following is right now. But what you do is you keep on talking about your business page. You keep on saying, hey, I know you're enjoying seeing me here, but soon we're going to be on the business page. So make sure you like the business page, because that's what we're going to. So definitely you're doing the right thing and being on your personal page, because that's where your following is right now. So continue to do that, because you still mention your business page and have like this grand opening, have them look forward to something. But yeah, you're doing exactly the right way. Perfect. Tanya, did I call you yet for this? What you're going to do this month? No. Okay, Tanya, you're up.
I wrote something down. I am going to go live more on Instagram. I've done it sporadically. And sometimes if I do a short live, I'll upload the video to Instagram. But some people on there have asked me, am I ever going to do a live on Instagram? So I'm going to incorporate going live on Instagram. This month, I do show pictures in the story of Instagram, like Venice. And I'm going to incorporate a theme night, like bracelets or earrings. Yep.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I love that. So I can't wait to see y'all go live on Instagram. Y'all got to tell me how that worked out too.
It's really different than Facebook. Going live on Instagram is very different than Facebook. You can't invite people like you do on Facebook. You can like share it with them specifically, but like how you invite people to Facebook, when Instagram comes up, it says, I'm going to let your viewers know in a couple of seconds that you're live. And then people can pop in and talk to you and put stuff in the comments. So I'm still trying to figure that out too.
Got it.
It's a little different.
Right. Well, and
Tanya, can you see the comments? Can you see the comments there?
Yes.
You can engage. Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you.
All right. So good. Okay. So who else? AJ, I think it's you. Unmute yourself. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
You guys, okay. I am actually going to do the stories because I've never done that before. So I'm going to try doing the stories on the Facebook page. And then also, like I said, re-show like pieces that I've already shown before and post more on my Instagram page.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Venice, did I get you?
No, but pretty much I'm going to I'm cringing. I'm going to try this Instagram live situation.
Proud of y'all. Y'all let me know how it works out.
I'm over here sweating as I'm talking about it. So, but
Oh
anyway,
my
yes.
goodness.
I'll be quiet, Gloria.
She's a pro. She is a pro.
Really,
What are you
listen,
talking
she
about?
really is, because you see Venice and honey, she got her head did, her makeup
Everything
did,
together.
and
Bam.
look, she be like, and you can, and the way she explains it, and you know this metal and the texture.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Okay, I'm using myself. Y'all
and
crazy.
look, and the one to be like, listen, it's a pair of black.
Listen, here go.
They cute, buy them. Okay, that be me. Look, she will have
Lawanda,
a
you
whole
a mess.
story behind it.
Yes.
And I'd be like, okay, that's cute, but these black earrings, they go with everything. Buy them, okay?
She's a pro.
Like,
She got
serious.
this.
So you will be fine. You
Yeah,
will be
okay.
fine.
Thanks for the encouragement, guys. I appreciate it.
So you will be good. So that's gonna be interesting. Let's see, Karen. I don't think we did you yet.
Okay, you are muted. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We hear you, Karen.
Okay, good. Hey, Gloria.
Hey.
Hi there. So listen, I am going to continue my live on Sunday, but I typically every blue moon will do an extra one. So what I'm going to do is I pick Wednesday nights, and I'm going to do every single Wednesday this month a theme night. So last month I did earrings 2 weeks ago, and it went really well because I have so many earrings. So that night I sold 70 pair of earrings, and I was not expecting anything like 70 pair to go, but it was 70 pair on top of my Sunday. And then every day I tried to do Monday through Friday, but I slipped. So I'm going to make sure every Monday through Friday in May that I post, because I wall drop and post pictures, and then I turn right around and put it in my storyline so that it always runs in my story. So I'm going to continue that, but I'm going to make sure I do it every Monday through Friday this month instead of Monday through Thursday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not consistent, but I try to have a story. And I'll tell you, every time I see Venice's, I'm like, oh, Venice is on. Let me get my storyline up to date because I got to stay up with Venice. So you guys inspire me to
You're a
continue.
mess.
I'm not kidding. So it's inspiring for me to make sure I do what I need to do because my team is doing something. I'm like, okay, I got to make sure I do it too, to make sure we all are together. And I forgot to tell y'all, I'm gonna get it on Facebook for y'all. I did a TikTok, a Don't Rush TikTok. And it was so much fun with paparazzi. So I'm gonna post it, but I would like for us to do that as a team, like some of the other teams across the country have done.
Hey, now see, stop playing, because you know I think I'm a dancer anyway. Listen.
Yeah.
What we got to do? Get cute, put some jewelry on, be like, don't rest.
Yes.
Listen, you ain't said nothing but a thing. We'll figure it out, because you know I think I'm somebody's backup dancer after doing my hip hop fitness for 30 days straight. Look, like, where we doing? Where we going? Like, what we doing? So I think that would be fun too. So definitely. So Karen, I'm gonna have you organize. You tell us what we need to do, and we're gonna figure it out. But I definitely like that. But like what Karen said, I like, because you guys push me to be better, honestly, because you know, like when I see Venice's story and like I responded to Tanya, I'm like, every time I look up here, Tanya got a story. Like, I need to up my game and get me a story. Yes. So like for me, my goal is to at least 5 days a week to have a story up on Facebook about myself, you know? So because that's something, we're on Facebook anyway. It doesn't take that long to add the story and have it there in front of your customers, in front of the people who follow you. So that's my goal for this month, is to always have something in my stories at least 5 days a week, both in Instagram and in Facebook, because heck, I'll be putting me doing my workouts in stories, so I can throw some jewelry up in there. I'm like, hey, we can do that too. So definitely that is what I am going to push to do. And then I hit everybody. I think I hit everybody, right? Did I get everybody? Yes.
No, you didn't get me.
You
didn't get me.
You know what? You had responded to somebody else's question, but I didn't. Okay, Renee, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
You're on.
For me, I wrote down like to text people like pictures of things that I have. Because I'm a cheer coach, and a lot of my parents or whatever are not on Facebook. But a lot of them are always commenting, like anytime we would like go to competitions when we were allowed to go, we're like, oh, where did you get your jewelry from? Like, you always have nice jewelry on. So I do have like all their numbers. So I think that's what I'm gonna try and do, and send them pieces that I do have via a text message. So, hey, you know, you always commenting on my jewelry. Here's a piece, maybe you can like it, you know, and also direct them to my my website as well.
Yes, I was waiting for you to say that too. Yes. Because you know, one thing I found out with these teams and things, they like jewelry, but they like to be able to wear colors that match their team. You know, because like, honey, look, my whole feelings was all hurt that we ain't get baseball season this year. Because, honey, I had jewelry to match every sweatshirt, every t-shirt. I had it. I was ready. I had my earrings and my bracelets to match everything.
Yes, I had my pieces ready for nationals. I did.
I shut down, and I'm like, okay, I guess I walk around the house with my t-shirt and my earrings on because I can't go anywhere else, you know. But directing them to the website, getting people ready for next year, you know. And so definitely using the multiple formats are amazing. So that is our time. Look at this, 9:57. See, I have 2 hours. See, this works perfectly. This works perfectly because we get in, we get out. But look at, these are my notes from the day. Okay. So you guys inspire me. Look at all our notes. Notes.
Don't forget the pictures of how you organize or what you use to organize.
I won't forget. I won't forget.
So Gloria,
where am I gonna put that? we're gonna put that
Yeah,
in the group. So Gloria, if you can do a post in the group that say, hey, remember for our meeting, I asked for pictures on how you organize, put the post there, and then people can add pictures to that post. So it can be contained in one post. Okay, Gloria, so I'm gonna ask you with that, since that was your question. That worked for you? All right, yep. You guys are amazing. Thank you for everything you do. Again, we were a producer level team. We got a new director. So next month, everybody on here should be a director. If you want to be a director, let's go. Like, we are ready to go forward. And again, be consistent with your business, you know, take care of your customers and reach out to your team, but do not put more effort than they're willing to put in, because it's gonna deplete you. Don't do that. Amen. All right. Don't do it, because.
And then keeping up with Venice. Somebody said keeping up with Venice.
Yes.
Oh, get out of
yes,
here.
Honey, those stories. I'd be like, okay, and Tanya too, because Tanya be having them stories. I'd be like, okay, I need to add like that for I need that. Girl, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna cash app you some money. I need you to do one for me so I can put it on it. Okay. But you guys are amazing. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy their weekend and stay safe, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Rhonda.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.